Beauty and the Beast, A Paradise Lost Volume 2 Review. In the second volume of Kaoru Yuki's takes on Beauty and the Beast, we see a story packed full of fascinating developments and it begins to unravel a lot of mysteries that were set up in Volume 1. The main objective with this volume is to show us exactly what is going on as it gives us the backstory for the current state of play, while giving our protagonist Belle something to fight for, while she has been deployed as the Beast in Simtress. She is very out of place and here as she finds that she isn't taken kindly by the other residents of the castle, and most of them are not wanted outsider in their midst. Giselle, the Beast sister, makes a particular point of bullying her and, in an effort to see her expelled, lures her into the Rose courtyard and the castle grounds that everyone but the Beast himself is forbidden to enter. It's here that she learns Beast's secret and the truth of the curse, as she's the cursed princess' fiancé, finally enough to also called Belle. Cities seem to froze in time, slowly turning to crystal. The Beast reveals that the kingdom's patroness, the old and wizened Madame la Medium, has fallen in love with him and unleashed a curse as a result of her jealousy against him. When he announced his engagement to Belle, having wandered the land of several hundred years, the now busy Princess Cyril hunts Madame la Medium and the monsters she creates with fragments of Belle's crystal heart she stole, so he can bring his fiancée back to life and break the curse placed upon him and his subjects. His main concept doesn't really differ too much for the classic fairy tale, given the concept of the enchantress cursing the prince after he rejected her. Yet it also builds in elements from the other popular adaptations and adds something of its own too. While it could have potentially been more ambitious, I like that it keeps things simple and true to the original story, because as we have seen with the other recent adaptations, such as Mamoru Hosoda's Ballet, changing the core concept doesn't always quite work. As well, setting out the backstory, there's also plenty of characters' development, with a lot of focus being placed on Belle as she makes a stand against the castle's residents that want her to leave, as well as finding herself to help the Beast fight against Madame la Medium, which she believes is the key to finding her mother, who may still be alive. I really like the depth that Kaoru Yuki puts into her characters, as with Belle in particular, she's gradually showing more of the flashes of strength that we saw in the first volume, but still quite vulnerable and naive. Whether to be falling for a man, she now realizes she can no longer have her jumping into difficult situations without looking first. Similarly, the rest of the cast are never as nice or nasty as they first appear, and there's always something else going behind their actions. I particularly love when out the Beast until he reacts in outbursts of anger, then cools down after stepping back and it gives him a scary. His outward appearance but still exposes his human heart. If you criticize anything Jump is it tries to pack too much into the number of pages available, with pacing this inconsistent and struggles to give certain concepts room to breathe. There's a couple of big jumps in the plot that could have done with the more gradually built up. With certain scenes, will have been cut down or removed completely as they would really add too much to the story. This has felt particularly towards the end of this volume as it tries to bring Madame la Medium into play as the antagonist far more subtly. It's a shame as I like the way it was building up her character as a witch, explaining why she is stealing the faces of this beautiful young woman and showing how she gets a kick out of meddling with the nobility. Yet there's nothing to show why she checks in with the Beast at all, other than morbid curiosity. Despite this, I still think this is a fascinating tale. I like a lot of the elements that are introduced and built upon here. It leaves plenty to be tackled in later volumes, including Bella's mysterious rose-shaped birthmark and what it means about her heritage. Kaoru Yuki's artwork remains one of the series' greatest strengths strong, as we continue to well-draw and expressive characters to create designs. The costume designs in this volume is very striking, particularly with the other Belle's rose and Belle's dress, which is utterly gorgeous and truly marks her out as a noble. Elsewhere, it sticks to her French period setting and continues to pull it off well, but in the period dress and the architecture of areas of the castle, such as the Rose Courtyard, backgrounds could still do with a little more details at times. But as before, it's not the strength in its story and characters that it doesn't need them quite so much. The series is published on Kodansha and is available both digitally and physically. And I personally still recommend grabbing the physical volumes if you can get hold of them due to their nice size and premium feel despite being a paperback. The series continues to be translated by Rose Budget and this volume reads well with no issues to note. Overall, Beauty and the Beast Paradise Lost continues to be fascinating and fresh take on the classic fairy tale, with this volume building nicely on the mysteries set out in the first while developing the main backstory. It's just a shame it doesn't quite nail the pacing and tries to jump too much in, as otherwise this is a very entertaining read. 8 over 10.